Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Imani,
And I'm Bernard.
and together we are Sankofa Institute for Wellness and Progressively Yours Health and Wellness Podcast. Welcome back to another show every Tuesday evening. We are here 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Time, and y'all can do in between. But it's so nice to be back with you again. We have a great show planned, as we always do.
Oh, yeah.
And some exciting news to share. But that's all coming. Bernard is going to start with our spiritual take a breath moment and get calm, centered, and balanced. And then from there, we'll go into the show.
Thank you, Imani.
Welcome, Bernard.
So, as it is our ritual and tradition, as we begin our show, I'd like to invite each of you, wherever you are, if you like to participate, to get quiet for a moment for this 1 minute mindfulness meditative session. So I ask you to close your eyes, begin to relax your body, call upon your guides, your guardian angel. Just ask them to speak to your heart tonight so that you would take away from our time together what is intended for you. Three deep centering breaths in and out through your nose. Relaxing your muscles. Allowing your shoulders to drop a centimeter or a millimeter. Just relax. As we pay homage to the ancestors and receive their blessings for being here to offer words that will hopefully inspire information that will transform many lives. These words from Thich Nhat Hanh in his book, Your True Home, Everyday Wisdom, number 66. Everyone will benefit. If we are not happy, if we are not peaceful, we can't share peace and happiness with others. Even those we love, those who we live under the same roof. If we are peaceful, if we are happy, we can smile and blossom like a flower. And everyone in our family, our entire society will benefit from peace within. Ashe.
Ashe.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Amen.
Amen.
And that peace within, Imani, begins with the breath. That's why we start with the breathing. And if you noticed, it created inner peace after the third breath. 3 is the magical number. Begins to shift the energies in the brain, and we calm down. So when we feel anxious, out of sort, just pause wherever you are when it's practical and just breathe and resume what you are doing.
Thank you.
You're
Breathing
welcome.
is so important. And I wanted to say life is so precious and things can just happen in a second. I was driving home this evening and this truck in front of me banged into a car, went across the road, rolled down a hill and banged on a concrete slab underneath. And I was like, and of course I stopped and went down to check him out. There were like maybe 2 other cars and a motorcycle. I'm like, where's everybody else? So we were just talking about just compassion, for our fellow man. I don't know if it was a man or a woman, what race they were, it didn't matter, but I stayed long enough to hear him speaking and to talk to him. The medics were on the way. Of course, he had a little bit of shock, but, guys, if you see an accident, stop and help out. Even if, I'm not a physician, but it's just so important that we care about humanity, about each other.
Yes.
So, all right. So that's all I have to say about that.
Well, I'm glad you were there to at least offer and be of help if necessary, and to see so that he could see that he was not alone, because immediately he was in shock.
Yeah. He thanked me. I told him he was going to be okay, and I was praying for him and all of that. And so, yeah, it was just one of those experiences. I was surprised how much it shook me up, But anyway, I'm good. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest today who, had she been in that car, she would have gone down there and checked. You would have done the same, I know. But she has a heart of gold. I just love this woman. We met seems like a couple weeks ago, but I feel like I know Samantha personally, like forever. Samantha Chui has a total of over 20 years of experience in the health insurance industry and 15 years of experience in owning and operating her own insurance agencies, plural. She also has over 20 years of experience in operating several other businesses. I'm going to jump to the wellness part because this is a little long. She's willing to share her knowledge and help people to meet their goals and achieve financial success. She teaches budgeting, investment, building personal and business credit, and retirement planning, all the needed financial education that was not taught in school. She has the passion to help people become successful. Mm-hmm. So in addition to the financial wellness, I also love this about her. She's a businesswoman who actually knows business, which is so great. In addition to the wealth managing area, Samantha got involved in the health and wellness space as well. In the last 5 years, she has worked with scientists and medical providers in helping patients to optimize their health in the most non-invasive and natural way. She's affiliated with an advanced laboratory in the cutting edge of stem cell processing and distribution. Stem cell products are made from the afterbirth umbilical cord tissues and are being used in both medical and aesthetic areas in many medical clinics and med spas nationwide. She works with many clinics and helps medical providers understand the benefits of cell therapy and its applications. She just opened, and the grand opening is this weekend, a state-of-the-art health and wellness center in Georgia that provides both medical and aesthetic treatments under one roof. Her goal is to educate patients about how to optimize their health in the most natural ways through regenerative medicine. She wants to use the holistic healing approach and combine both Western and Eastern medicine with advanced technology to help more people improve their quality of life and optimize longevity. Mm-hmm. And we are truly honored because we're going to be partnering with her and bringing some of the very technology that she's interested in using and seeing to the clinic, including the red light therapy and foot detox and a number of other things. Mm-hmm. So, but I won't go into what we're going to do. We want to hear about the overall plan and just how things are coming together. Samantha, come join us on screen.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for having me.
She forgot to add that and that she is very laid back and down to earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of people we partner with. They got to be real, and you're so real. So, we're happy to connect with you.
Yeah, and we are so delighted that you agreed to come, and we all are looking forward to this weekend, and we'll be saying more about that as we move through the show.
Mhm.
But before we get into that aspect of the show tonight and the details, Samantha, with our audience, why don't you share with them who you are, the person, when you think about your life from birth to age 12? What are some of the first images, thoughts of your narrative that comes to mind?
Wow. So thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Imani. It's such an honor to be here, share this evening with you guys.
You're welcome.
So from birth to 12, so I was born in China. So that was definitely a different life. Um, so I had a very I guess what you would call normal childhood in China, but maybe things were done a lot different in China than here. So family were very family oriented, although I'm the only child. But we have a big large extended family. We're very much into families staying together and share some of the values that family first. And even growing up, my mother, she was a provider. She was a doctor in China. My father was an engineer.
Mm.
So in China at that time is definitely from an economic standpoint is not so much as today from a capitalist standpoint. Back then it was everybody shares everything. There's really not any somebody makes more money, there's rich, there's poor, but everything was all about education. So our family came from a world of nothing with let's focus on making sure the next generation get a lot of education. And so that was the main reason why that we migrated to the United States. So I came here at the age of 12.
Wow.
Um, yes,
Okay.
did not speak a word of English when I
Wow.
came. So I left all my friends behind. At the time, I was a little rebellious teenager because I didn't want to leave my friends behind. I didn't understand why your family have to move because at that time, China's as a society was all about different classes. So having parents, one is a doctor, one is an engineer, we would consider the upper class. So although it's not about money, it is all about money today, but the world was a lot more simpler back then.
Hmm.
So I struggled, did not understand why we have to move all the way to the other side of the world and leaving all my friends and all my family behind. And of course, much later, years later, which I appreciate my parents so much more when I understood that they wanted me to come here to have an opportunity unlike the rest of the world. Because in the US is all about there's opportunity for everyone. It doesn't matter what your background is, your ethnic group. And yeah, I'm not, there's no lie. The country have some systemic issues, but overall, comparing to what the opportunity was in China was a lot different because speaking to my mother later on, I realized, it wasn't that, hey, how did you end up becoming a doctor? Was that something of your passion? My dad, how did you end up becoming an engineer? It was all about, no, that's what they were told by the government. They have to go to school. They were selected to become a doctor.
Mm.
They were selected to become an engineer. So they did not want me to have that life of everything was chosen for you. So
Mm.
I'm forever grateful that I was given. Yeah, at the time, trust and believe, I fought. I didn't understand why. But as an adult, I became more and more appreciative that it was a unique opportunity that it was sad that I had to leave friends and family behind, but for better my future, that I have opportunity to become an entrepreneur. So that was from the age of 0 to 12, a very different life in
Wow.
both countries.
Beautiful
That
story.
is a
Beautiful
great
story.
story. So,
What part of China, Samantha?
It is a province called Guangdong. Is right next to Hong Kong.
Okay. Yeah, I went to
Southern.
Hong Kong and I went to what's the capital? Beijing and
Hmm.
Guangzhou. Yeah, I went to those three cities while I was there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Amazing story. Thank you for sharing that with us. So how did you get in, how did you get interested in business and
Well,
becoming a businesswoman?
yes. Going through school, I went to school, went to college at the time. Got into management. My major was in management and minor in psychology.
Hmm.
And I has stayed in a restaurant because in my college years, that was the easiest way to make cash, right? And stayed in there because I didn't want to leave because the money was good. But after a while, I realized that I enjoy people. And that was the reason why I even stayed in hospitality for so long, because there's never a dull moment. Every day you get to meet different people, and I just have this love for people, all different types of people. They got into management and worked corporate America, and then I realized that I don't really want to do this for anybody else, because you're not going to work harder for no one else except for yourself. And I remember that it's the unique opportunity that you can become a business owner. You can do a lot. And I realized that in school, they really don't teach us finance. They don't even teach, they teach nothing about credit. They don't teach about balancing checkbook, making sure that you invest, how to run a business. They don't teach any of that. So those are things that I kind of learned how to learn on my own as an adult. And when I made that decision, I actually quit a corporate job making 125,000 a year and stepped out on my own and went on the limb and say, "Hey, I can't get another job because I feel like I wasn't getting what I was worth."
Mhm.
And got into the insurance side because I want to become an agent. I want to control my own schedule. I want to control my own income. And
Mhm.
that's how I got into the insurance world and into finance. And doing insurance, I realized I come across helping a lot of people and the lack of education on the financial side. That's what gave me the passion of utilizing all my knowledge, everything that I learned, I want to pass it on to someone else and make sure that they are prepared for their retirement, they're prepared for the future.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, that's very exciting, and one follow up before we move on into telling before telling us about what's coming forth this weekend and the the ministry. I said not ministries, but
Wellness
the
center.
wellness
Mhm.
center and the products that we have there within. But I would assume that your parents were the way you shared the story. Well, the persons who inspired you in those early years of your life. Is that right?
Yes, yes. They are both hard workers. My mother, she was actually on the contrary. My grandfather was a Chinese herbal doctor. So I learned all about the traditional Chinese medicine from my grandfather, and then my mother, she was actually a Western medicine doctor. So
Hmm.
I also understood, even at a younger age, it Eastern medicine and Western medicine, it has a place, um, treating different elements.
Mhm.
But I always thought, why not just combine both? And
Mm,
that way you can have best in both worlds.
both worlds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Very-
that's yeah. I read. I have frequented some practices like that that have both naturopathic doctors and allopathic doctors and services all in between. And a lot of times, if one of them was with a patient and they wanted another opinion, they would call the other just to get the other perspective on what was going on with the patient and what they needed. So yeah, so I get it. Totally get it.
Precision Health and Wellness. Tell us about Precision Health and Wellness and what it is about to happen.
Yes, very exciting. We are about to have a grand new or grand opening this Friday and Saturday. I actually want to back up a little bit. So, how did I transition from the wealth industry to the health, right? So now it's all about everything wealth and health. So, us, I'm in the financial industry. Yeah, I used to dealing with money, helped a lot of people with money. Then I also saw a lot of sick people dealing with customers with life insurance, with retirement planning, and with health insurance. And I realized that no matter how much money you have in the world, it means absolutely nothing unless you have the wealth, unless you have the health and wellness to live that quality life. Because
Yeah.
usually you think about the millionaires and billionaires, everyone at their deathbed, no one wished they had more money, but people wish they had more time to
Mhm.
do what they needed to do, to accomplish goals that they have not achieved, to be with family members, to live a better life, right? So that's where the concept of I want to help people with wealth, but I also want to help people with health. So you can't have one without the other.
Mm.
Um,
Right.
but health is actually more important than wealth, because no, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you're
Mhm.
dealing constantly with sickness, with physical issue, mental issues, all of that is kind of pointless. And that's the concept of precision health and wellness. And in the past few years, I started to work with one of my partners. He's a scientist. He started as one of my clients. Ended up becoming partners because I learned everything about what he does, what he's capable of, and the uniqueness of stem cell. It fascinated me. And then when I realized that my personal experience working with a lot of medical professionals today, the Western medicine, the way that patients are being taken care of is really, really a broken system. You go in to see a primary care doctor. Unfortunately, you only get average of 7 minutes. That's how much time you get with a doctor. 7 minutes. They only want to talk to you about one thing and one thing only. If you trying to ask different question about another issue, they want you to make another appointment. That's how they bill insurance.
Oh.
Time providers don't even make eye contact.
Mhm.
So the solution with them is prescription. You're not feeling well? Let me give you some medication. If that doesn't work, let me increase the dosage of medication. And
Mhm.
by the way, that one medication I prescribe has maybe 5 or 6 side effects. So to help that, let me prescribe 2 more to help suppress those side effects. And it's so sad if you look at the system. We are one of the very few country, other than New Zealand. The US is the only country that is allowing all these commercials from big pharmas, all the medications. Every single time you turn on the TV, you
Mhm.
get, no matter what show, what movie,
Right.
all of that you're watching, there's always commercials about some type of drug. And
Right.
usually they'll disclose side effects. It's bad for the
Yep.
heart, it's bad for the liver, it's bad for all of that.
You have the
And
nice music playing while they're doing that, so you kind of lose some of that because you're
oh
listening
yes,
to the nice flow when they say, "And you could die from it." That's
yes,
always the last thing.
yes. You know, they're getting smart about it. As a matter of fact, they change, if you pay attention, they're changing some verbiage. And it used to be it may cause death. But from a sales standpoint, now they're saying that it may cause you to stop breathing.
Wow.
Um,
That's
yes,
subtle, right? That's subtle, right?
You
Wow.
kind of need to
yes.
breathe to be
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Exactly.
Wow.
So, where I have dealt with a lot of providers, even themselves don't even believe in
Mm.
that traditional way of conducting business anymore. So, there are more and more providers leaving the dark side and want to get into the regenerative medicine space because they know that that approach it's no longer working. Especially people are being a lot more educated because of the internet, because of the resources. They understand there's a better approach. We don't have to become dependent on medications. And quite frankly, a lot of providers now are becoming legalized drug prescribers. That's all they do. And it's a sad thing. And that's why we want to provide an alternative approach, because we want to get to the root of the problem, find out the cause, instead of prescribing to suppress the symptoms. That's all medications do. All it is, it does not solve the problem. And we want that holistic approach. We want that non-invasive approach, because we believe that body heals itself. You don't need that medication. Okay. We can help people wean off the medication. Now, granted, there are situations that if you're coming in, blood pressure is 200 over 100, your sugar reading is 200. Situations like that may need medication to take care of it for the short term. But long term, let's work on better diet, better supplement, more active, other alternative approach to heal the body so we don't become dependent. So that's the theme of precision health and wellness, because everything should be personalized. And that's why we call it precision. We want it to be precise.
Nice. Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I love the name. It's a great name.
So I think in that you just share with us what your short and long range mission and vision for precision health and wellness is. Is that right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
tell us. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, just tell us a little bit about who's going to be part of the team, kind of, the kind of services you're going to offer, and the collaboration, the partners who are involved.
Absolutely. So this is a all-in-one medical services as well as aesthetic services under one roof. So we focus on functional medicine. A lot of people may not be familiar with functional medicine. Functional medicine, it is find out the root cause of the issue. Let's fix it instead of suppressing all the symptoms. So definitely supplement first before medication with functional medicine. And we also have regenerative medicine, so promoting the natural healing of the body. Let's let the body heal itself. We have Caressa, who has tons of experience, Caressa Giles, with functional medicine. Her specialty is in gut health. And we also have Dr. Pam Putnam. Her specialty is in chiropractic care. So she helps patients with a lot of chronic pain. She also helped treat sports injury, and her entire department has a lot of equipment that is all about anti-inflame, promoting circulation and detoxing. And she also does adjustment and decompression. And then we also have Elizabeth Sanchez. Her specialty is in hormone replacement and also medical weight loss. And that hormones is her passion. For those of you guys have not really looked into how balancing hormones can help your body, you should look into it. A lot of illnesses is due to imbalance of your body. As we age, we don't have to accept the fact that we're just tired, we're fatigued, we want to take a nap after we eat, we're getting wrinkles now, and our hair, we're losing hair, and relationship issues because the libido, the sex drive is not there. We're gaining weight. It's hard to lose that weight. We don't have to accept that. Yes, that's part of aging, but we can also do a lot of natural things, such as balancing hormones to solve that problem. So Elizabeth Sanchez, that is her specialty. And then we also have Dr. Cologne. He's a foot and ankle specialist. So anything from the knees and down, he can fix without surgery. So we're all about non-invasive. Let's not even bring surgery into the picture. Fix it first, avoid surgery, prolong the time that you have to have surgery. We have those providers. And then our center is also full of advanced technology like the hyperbaric chamber, and where you can absorb and breathe 100% oxygen. Now, oxygen can solve a lot of problems. You know, as humans, how do we survive? Oxygen, nutrient, and water. So that 100% oxygen in the high pressure chamber will help heal with chronic pain and wound care, uh, uh, venous ulcers, diabetic wounds that won't heal, cancer patient, and stroke victims, all of that issues. And of course, we have natural supplements, pharmaceutical grade, natural product, great CBD and mushroom products, as well as IV drips. So we have all that. And then I'm so excited to have Bernard and Imani join the team. Yes, super,
Yes.
super excited.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So you guys can also talk about the red light therapy as well too. And oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
I found a little blurb, and I said, if the more we say this, it'll be like second nature to us, because we discovered red light therapy maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that long ago, and we were just so totally intrigued. So how does red light therapy work? The key discovery is that light therapy actually stimulates the tissues of the body at the cellular level. The light energy penetrates the skin and is absorbed by the mitochondria of the cells. This energizes the mitochondria and accelerates healing of the damaged nerves and surrounding tissues. It does this in part by increasing the oxygenation of injured tissues. In fact, regardless of what type of tissue that's involved, the red light therapy dramatically increases cellular function. That's why we were drawn to it. So we've been using a small panel that we have at home. We use it like every day, and we've both seen a lot of changes in terms of using it on a regular basis. So we are excited about having. I mean, the beds are huge. They look like big tanning beds, and they have lights on both sides. So when you get in, you're being not hit, but you're exposed to lights on the top and on the bottom. So it gets every cell in your body.
Yeah, and there are two different lights in these beds. One is the near red, and the other is the infrared. The infrared penetrates the top layer of the skin and activates the collagen in the skin. So it also helps with the tightening of the skin. And people who've used it, some of the testimonials that we've witnessed, have lost a lot of weight when they do a series of red light therapy. The near red penetrates deeper. I think Dr. Carr said at least 5 to 6 inches down into and goes directly into the cells, so as to feed that mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of all of the cells in our bodies. Iman and I also, there's one bed here in the metro area. We visit on Sundays until we get our own, which is about to be in the making.
It is in the making. It's going to be in the shipping soon.
Yeah, well, okay. And I noticed, like, on Sundays I get up, I swim, then I join her at hot yoga, and then I go get stretched for an hour after I finish hot yoga, and then I'll go get in the bed, which is 12 minutes period that you're in the bed. And I can tell the difference in how my body recovers in the afternoon. Faster. I'm not tired. My energy is almost like I haven't worked out. Whereas before, I needed to come home and take a nap. So this is a very powerful base that we're going to add to your community. And it's just going to just continue to help people to help the body heal in a non-invasive way.
Well said. That was good. You've been practicing. No, that's good. You did a good job.
That's great.
So we have a flyer about the opening. You want to show that, because it's going to be Friday and Saturday coming up here in Suwanee, Georgia. Precision grand opening. Health and Wellness, March 1st from 2 to 7, and the second on from 12 to 4. And tell us a little bit about what's going to happen at the opening.
Yes, at the grand new opening, you guys will please come by and check us out. You guys going to meet the providers, and you'll get a lot of educations about the different treatments, different therapy, different devices. And we'll do a lot of demos on some of those devices that we have. So you'll get a lot of education on it, and some of you guys will get to experience some of the devices, which is great. And then, of course, we'll do some fun stuff. There's going to be refreshment. There's going to be food. There's going to be giveaways. And there's going to be raffle tickets. In the raffle tickets, we have some products, natural supplement products. And we're also going to give away some laboratory testing, which is going to help a lot of people. And then, of course, we're offering discount services. So at the 2 days event, we're doing everything 20% off. So this is the time. You can also get gift certificates for yourself to use or for loved ones. They're all 20% off no matter what services. And we're also going to give the vitamin injections at $10. So get the glutathione. Yes, get the glutathione, get the NAD plus, get vitamin D, B complex, whatever vitamins you want for only $10.
Wow. Can't beat that.
No, you can't.
Count me in for the glutathione for certain.
Yes, yes.
Love that.
Yes.
All right. So I wonder if any of our guests, any of our listeners or watchers have any questions, because this is a big deal. Now, you're in Suwanee, right? On Peachtree Industrial Boulevard?
Yes.
Right.
We're right there between, if you're familiar with the Suwanee area, where it's the main road, it's Peachtree Industrial, it's between Sugarloaf Parkway and McGinnis Ferry. And maybe we can show everybody the one sheet, quick description of what our services are.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So the bullet points, I don't know if you guys can see it very well. The bullet points, it kind of give a brief description. We can't put everything on there. So we put a few important stuff, such as the regenerative and functional medicine, the stem cell therapy. Our stem cell is from the umbilical cord stem cell, the strongest, purest form of natural stem cell. So it's God's creation. That's the beginning of life, the foundation of all cells. Stem cell, it has 0 side effects, and it can turn into bone cells, skin cell, organ cells. That's the only type of therapy that will regenerate and grow. And then, of course, PRP treatments with platelet-rich plasma. We do a lot of that with joint injection to relieve a lot of pain, to wake up your own stem cell. And we'll also use that for aesthetics as well, too. And then there's the integrative chiropractic care, pain management, and joint injections, neuropathy therapy for people that have neuropathy because of diabetes. So we have an entire protocol for that. And then we also have personalized supplement and nutritional program. So we actually have a Danielle who is a nutritionist on staff. So she can help with how to eat right and be on good nutrition. Podiatrist, any foot issue, ankle issue, that's a specialty, and medical weight loss. There's so many different ways with medical weight loss. A lot of people think about as the skinny shot. That's just one thing for people that are afraid of needles. We also have the oral meds, and then we do an entire protocol after you lose weight. And how do you tightening the skin? We do body contour, and next month we're getting a cosmetic doctor in here to do liposuction and also fat transfer. So now you get to lose the weight, and hey, we get to contour that body, make you feel like you're in your 20s. We, of course, hormone replacement is big for us because everyone needs it. Once you turn the age of 40, every male or female, your body will no longer produce testosterone and estrogen. So imbalance of hormones will lead to heart disease, diabetes, and a lot of many issues. So definitely if you're 40, 45 and up, get your hormones checked. And we have the IV hydration and vitamin therapy. Of course, I mentioned the hyperbaric chamber treatment, hair loss treatment. Hair loss can be due to COVID. A lot of people experiencing hair loss, hormones, and as well as medications you're on or stress. And sometimes it's the genes. In hair loss, we have that non-invasive, no paying hair loss treatment. And then we have many advanced laboratory. We have food sensitivity tests. Just because you don't have severe known allergic reactions, that does not mean that you don't have inflammation. A lot of food will create inflammation. You'll be surprised once you start changing your diet, cut out a certain type of food, a lot of issue will go away as well too. So we have that. We also have DNA testing to see the good genes and bad genes that you inherited from your father and mother, whether you're high risk of cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer, dementias. And this special test tests over 4,000 genes. So if you seeing those ancestry or 23, what is that, 23 and Me or something like that, I forgot what it's called.
Right.
Those type of DNA tests usually test about 150 to 200 genes. So this is a special test that tests over 4,000 genes.
Wow.
So yes, vitamin deficiency test, because not all vitamins can be taken through IV or injection. Some medication has to be oral medication. So we would do a test to see what you're deficient of. And based on your test result, or compound pharmacist that is working with us will make a vitamin blend that's personalized to you. So that is extremely unique. So I encourage everybody to get onto that, and just don't waste your money, don't waste your time to buy those over-the-counter vitamins. And we have skincare, anti-aging skincare. We all want to look good. We don't want wrinkles. We don't want dark spots. We want smooth skin. We want smaller pores. So we have laser treatments. We also do the aesthetics with Botox and fillers. We do all of that as well. Body contour, we talked about that. And light therapy. And now we're adding red light. I'm excited for you guys. And we also have, yes, medical massage. So it's literally is from head to toes, inside out.
Speaking of toes, there's the foot detox too that we're going to be
offering. Yes.
We've got this wonderful machine that the old-fashioned foot detox, you put your feet in water and there's some kind of cell that it gets all foamy and nasty and stuff. And so this one that we have is not like that. It's a dry system and it's very effective. You put a belt around the waist when you're using it. And it really helps to detox, because every time I've used this, after I get up from the foot detox, I end up going to the bathroom and eliminating. So it's like, this seems really good. So that really is from head to toe, toe to head. So that's another thing that is going to be available there at the center. This is you have a real comprehensive lineup. I'm so excited about this.
Is there another brochure that we have? Janet?
Yes, this is the brochure that describe a little bit more in depth the benefits of our treatments. So it's all about focusing on anti-aging, no trauma, pain relief, non-invasive. And we try to use as much as the natural approach as possible. And it's personalized wellness, because we're all different. We shouldn't take the same protocol. We shouldn't receive the same treatment. So we're big on personalizing everything. And there's little to no risk of rejection, because everything we use is natural and no side effects, very little. And there's a lot of minimal amount of post-procedural downtime, because we want to make sure, hey, whatever procedure treatment you're receiving, life goes as normal. You're not going to have downtime several days, several weeks, or several months. And increase functionality with range of motion and flexibility. That's very important. And probably may delay and eliminate the need for surgery. Again, let's promote the body heals itself. And that's the most important thing. And of course, the brochure has our contact information. If you haven't seen our website, check it out. It's www.precisionhw.com. And it is the place for your rejuvenation. So if you flip to the other second page of it, so it's giving you brief description of some of the services, such as the cellular therapy that is with umbilical cord stem cell. Amazing. Can be used on the medical side as well as aesthetic side, or weight management. So it's not just the typical semaglutide. We do it overall, take that entire body approach. Hormone replacement, men and women, you'll be surprised at the difference you feel. A lot of those symptoms of menopause can help eliminate some of that and improve some of that with the hot flashes, more focus, less brain fog, and more energy, sleeping through the night, snoring less, building more muscle mass, able to. Why are you looking at everybody?
No, I'm the one that snores, not him.
Look, that's going to be improved.
Yeah.
You'll see the difference, and more energy, more able to focus a little bit more is good for the bone, and it brings up that improved libido, that sex drive. Vitamin infusion, you can think of it, we have it, things for the typical Myers cocktail vitamins, but we also have the weight loss drips. We also have the flu, the COVID drip, the antifungal, the bacteria, building up immune system. And also the latest, the NAD plus drip, which is improving the telomeres. That's anti-aging. Yes.
Back up. Say that again.
Anything about the telomeres he likes.
Telomeres, right? So in case you haven't looked into that, telomeres, the longer your telomeres are, the longer you'll live. That's a lifespan. The shorter the telomeres, it shortens your lifespan. So now NAD plus will help slowing down the anti-aging process. That's how people can live longer, having that quality life, that longevity. That's what this is all about.
Mm-hmm. So you know who have the shortest telomeres, right?
Who's that?
Oh, black males.
Black males.
Mm.
Chronic, long-term chronic stress.
Yes.
So that's what piqued my curiosity and my interest in the telomere health. So yeah, that's
we'll
that's
very,
very
important.
them
to go and and get that.
So grand opening Friday and Saturday. You can try NAD plus injection for $10. You're not going to be able to get that anywhere. So come check it out. Come by and see us.
The benefits of the NAD plus is, Samantha, what?
The telomeres, right?
Yes, and also protecting protecting your cells. And that's how the anti-aging, that's improving cell health is all about. So it's a great thing. We can do it in injections, we can do it in IV drips. But if you've never had it, get that experience of the injection first. And you honestly, you'll feel it within minutes.
So you can get more than one injection?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, put me down for.
Don't tell him that.
Put me down for the NAD. Put me down for what's the other I said I was going to get? Oh,
glutathione.
Glutathione. Oh yeah, yes.
B complex.
Yep.
No, my B's are very high.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So, well, this is exciting. I wish people would ask us some questions because it's going to be a wonderful opening. And you have a lot of time slots.
Yes.
Saturday. So if you can't come on one day, you can definitely stop by on the other day. And you'll have all the same services and everything both days. right?
Absolutely.
And you said the ribbon cutting ceremony is Friday.
It's on
Is that right?
Friday. It's Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce is going to come do the ribbon cutting. Is we start at 2:00, but the ribbon cutting is at 3:00.
3 o'clock. Okay, great, great. Well,
Well, I know two people who will be there.
Yes.
oh, definitely. And many of our friends and colleagues, hopefully family members, will come as well. So we're looking forward to it for sure. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Samantha, any closing thoughts as we come to the end of the show? What would you like to share with the audience that we have available tonight? And this also will be recorded, so people will be able to go back and pull it up, and you can also send it to friends and family as well.
Did you give the address, because they might not have seen it on the thing? So let's give the exact address of the facility.
Perfect. The address is 1300 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, and is Suite 1201. And we are in the city of Swanee. So maybe I don't know if there's a chat that we can type on there, but if you go on the website www.precisionhw.com, and all the information will be on there.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
All right. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of people dropping by that are regulars, listeners.
Yes.
For the show. Oh, okay, there it is. www.precisionhw.
There's a W missing.
Yeah, hw.com. All right.
Yes.
That's probably fixing it. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
I would encourage everybody. Health is wealth. Health is everything. Take care of yourself and don't neglect yourself. You can't help everyone until you help yourself. Self-love.
Right. That's
Take
right.
care of yourself. That's what I encourage everybody to do.
So Samantha, my first acupuncturist experience with when I went to China, we went to the hospital in Guangzhou. My daughter was teaching. She lived there for 2 years, and she was teaching. And so we went to the hospital, and the doctor, was speaking in Mandarin to the aide, and they were checking my meridian. And he told her that, I needed to explore. I need some help with my kidneys. I forgot that 2 months prior to the trip that I had passed a kidney stone, and but I didn't think about that. So I got some of the supplements that they were offering to me, but I was skeptical about the exam and as well as the supplements. So when I returned, I said, we had a nice, Asian community, and I'm going to check and I'm going to look up these medicines. I started typing in Chinese, and then it popped up Chinese Medical Center, and I said, "Wow, well, I'm gonna go visit." So it was Dr. Lee, because when I was reading in the bio, he was trained in the city where my daughter lives. So I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go check this out." So I go to Chinese Medical Center, and I meet Dr. Lee. So I didn't tell him about my exam with the doctor there. I wanted to see if he was going to do the same thing. But I told him I went to China, and we hit it off. We became instant friends. So he's doing the meridian test, and he's going up my wrist, and he says, James, we will need to work on your kidneys. I said, oh, Lord, that's what he said. I said. And he said, we have some things here to help. And I said, well, Dr. Lee, I received these supplements while I was there. I said, are they okay? He said, yeah, but we have something different. And it was a wonderful experience, but it was a transforming experience, because Dr. Lee and I became instant friends. And to your point about, taking care of ourselves and healing ourselves, he said to me, when I told him, what I did, he said, love people. He says, and help them. And I started to say, well, Dr. Lee, I don't know how to help. And then I heard this voice says, Bernard, shut up and receive it.
Yeah.
So I got quiet, and he says, they come to you and you listen and you take them into your heart. And then he asked me a question that I could never see coming. He said, now you must provide unconditional compassion for yourself.
I like that.
And I was like, unconditional compassion? What is that? I was thinking he was about to say unconditional love. That's what, what we said in the States here. And he asked me, he said, James, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rank yourself in providing unconditional compassion to yourself? And I had a number in my head, but that stuck with me for a while. And it took me a few years to really grasp what he was saying in terms of how I really got to care for myself with compassion. And that was a very meaningful experience. And so I'm grateful for the truth. I'm grateful for, being a skeptic. And then he helped make me a believer. So the East and West medicine, as you talked about earlier, has definitely been beneficial for my life.
Absolutely.
That was a great story. I love it.
That was. I like
you.
That story.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going to encourage everybody to come out this weekend, either Friday or Saturday or both. We'll probably have some people who come both days because there's so much that they can experience over the 2-day period. So we're so grateful to have you on the show, but also to partner with you and to learn from you and to share with you. So thank you so much, Samantha Chui, for being who you are and walking in your purpose.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you guys. Definitely appreciate you guys, and such an honor to have you guys be as a new addition to the team. So I'm very excited.
Well, I was excited,
Thank
you. when I was there visiting, and I shared with you what we were about to do, and you just said without hesitation, "Why don't you come join us?" And I'm going, really, in my head. So I said, okay, let me talk with Imani. And so it's like my pulse was elevated and racing. So I got in the car in my vehicle that I was driving. I said, Imani, we just got an invitation to join Samantha. What'd you think? She said, really? I said, you think we should do it? Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I said. Absolutely. What's the question? So good. So yeah, we'll have a wonderful time together.
What do you call it?
Love it.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's the flyer again. March 1st from 2 to 7 and March 2nd from 12 to 4. Be there or be square, like they said in the old days.
We want to thank our audience once again for joining us. You bless us when you come and be a part of our journey. And we want to say thank you, and may you have a wonderful week. And we look forward to seeing you here next week on Progressively Yours Health and Wellness Podcast. And join us this weekend. Join us this weekend in Swanee and come out and share the gifts that Samantha and the community will be offering, and learn more about non-invasive medicine that help the body do its own thing in healing itself. It is indeed for the ancestors that we say Ashe, Namaste, and Amen. Thank you.
Don't go away.